Tech, and now he is in Seattle, developed E4 medicine, which means predictive, preventive, personalized, and participatory. So once you know exactly your genome or start to understand, you can participate more actively in your health management, etc. And it will be even go further, not only for health, but for professional orientation. There are a lot of data on fingerprints, which are actually also inherited for sport type personalities and other things. So it's a real revolution, and no one combined yet with DNA sequence. So this is what we are doing. And this is the web page, the website. And if you have got any question, you'll
Question.
Yes.
You said that you are working on a model that will be able to identify the Jewish origin or Jewish roots of any person, right?
Right.
For less than $100. So what are the boundaries of this model? Say if you take a person whose elderly parents, his grandfathers and grandmothers were mixed marriages. So how can you trace this, define this person as a Jew?
I think the mixed input of other ethnic identities is exaggerated. A lot of talk, even in the Bible. Abraham had not only one wife, and etc. But for practical reasons, we are very homogeneous. Ashkenazi is very homogeneous, and Jews reasonably homogeneous community. So once we have, let's say, 1,000 Jews sequence, we will work out the most consensus sequence, and then it's a matter of half a year research and some money, and it could be done very, like a barcode in a shop. It's amazing. It's simple as that, and it's very accurate because it's the digital signature is 3 10 to the 9. It's very accurate. So you cannot fool around.
Approximately a year ago, Red in Time magazine, the kind of project that you're doing now was done in Lebanon, trying to identify their roots as possibly Phoenician.
For whom?
As Phoenician, as their descendants of the earlier Phoenicians. Are you familiar with that?
Lebanonic project? No, I don't.
They had it in Time magazine approximately 10 years ago.
Right.
Few questions. First, are the Sephardic in the inner circle homogeneous like the Ashkenazi?
No.
No. Now the second.
Ashkenazi is branched off around 1,000 years ago.
Yes. Okay. The second, I heard that the Yemenite Jews are not so related as the other.
Even it's not true. Even the Ethiopian Jews, who are a little bit more distant, but they still have a core Jewish. Leo Sachs, who was first biologist who came from England to Israel in 1953, published in 1956. He took 500 prisoners from police, and fingertips, and found out that all the major groups, 8 groups, Moroccans, Ashkenazis, they're all related, they're all together, and they differ from Poles and Latvians. So basically, in terms of identity of Jewish people, it was already established and published in the American Journal of Human Genetics in 1957. But now, 50 years later, a paper using SNPs, which is not as good as DNA sequencing, it's just 1 in 10,000 changes, also confirmed exactly in a very detailed map, how different communities, Zera Abraham, and everything happened.
So now the last question is about the Palestinians.
Yes.
I heard that they are also related to Jews, or it is not?
The Palestinians are a pretty heterogeneous group, but in my calculations today, there is 300 million Jews by DNA. It's more than Italians and European Jews. historical point of view, 60 generations from new era Jews, when it was a census in the Roman Empire, and emperor, it was 10% of Jews. Then the emperor, I just forgot his name, escaped my name.
Which year?
In
which year?
It's the 4th century, 4th.
Justinianus?
No, later. Anyway, so he decided that Christianity will be a state religion.
Constantinus.
Constantinus, yeah. So it was 10% Jews before that. After he issued this decree, 2%. So nothing happened. Just 80% of Jews decided not to declare themselves as Jews. And this is a very typical, 19th century we know, and modern history. Now there is some flow back, but basically it was every generation, at least 2-5% were opting out not to declare. They didn't change, the DNA didn't change, their preferences for wives or wives for men didn't change because of kin selection. So basically Jews multiplied undeclaredly. Today it's about 300 million of us. And this is important for all the geopolitical and medical and other reasons.
If you say that 300 million people are Jewish by genetics,
by the descendants.
Yeah, this is sort of a prototype of a genome, right? So how many prototypes exist all over of humankind?
Again?
If 300 million people belong to one single genome,
Not single, but in a sort of
how many genomes are involved in the...
How many what?
Genomes. Genomes.
Genomes. What do you mean? How many? Other groups.
Other groups of mankind.
How many?
I mean, Chinese, it's a lot of Chinese. Han, it's a very